go. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is Wednesday, November 9th, 2011. We're going to do a quick recap, very quick recap of the morning's trades. The setups that we took, the setups that we didn't take, and what the results were. Let me start off with the results. I'd like to get that out of the way right away. We have 1 tick profit on the ES and minus 6 ticks on the YM. Alright, now let me drop all that back in the background. You can see I'm having memory issues, but we'll just work with it. Okay. Our first few trades here on the ES were all break even. Okay, we started the morning right here. This was a G trade or a George trade. It doesn't matter that we had the bubble here because the BBC was still inside the box. What we were looking for was a move 3 ticks outside the box above here, and then the first pullback, symmetrical pullback down to the BBC right here. Okay, so we took that, and price moved up a point and came back down and got us out at break even once it moved up a point. Alright, that was our first trade, and we followed that up with another one just like it on the other side. Price dropped down below the box right here by 3 ticks, moved back up to the BBC inside the box. We took that one. That one went almost to our profit target, and we ended up getting out of that one at break even. And you see that one did go down to the area down here, this zone down here where I thought it was going to go at the time. There was no trade in here because we had the zone down below us. That's why. Alright, so the next trade that we took was over here. We went long on this one. This was not a G trade. This was a regular CFRN trade. We had a fresh bubble and a pullback down to the BBC right here. It went pretty close to stopping us out. Then it was kind of an odd trade. It went so close to stopping us out. Then it went up here and it gave us I don't know how many ticks, 5 or 6 ticks profit. It came back down and stopped us out of break even again. So the first 3 trades were stopping us out of break even there. In here we didn't short into the zone again over here, guys. Okay. And that was 1 hour into the day. We had 3 break even trades off of that chart. And I'm just scrolling here. I know we had another trade here somewhere, but I don't know if I took it off of this chart or if I took it off of one of the other charts. But I'll tell you in a minute. It's not looking like I took it off of this chart. Yeah, because there was no trade here because we had this area right up in here. No trade here because we needed a higher swing. We didn't get it. And then we went up and we hit that zone again. Alright, so there haven't been any trades since then. Then we're in the break. Now let's go over here on the 10K and we'll point out a couple of things that were interesting on the 10K this morning. We had a pierce the envelope twice this morning, once from the bottom and once a blue envelope and once a red envelope. Alright, so let me find the pierce for the red envelope. Pierce for the red envelope was right here. Price at the time was at 1240, right in that range, 1240, 1241. That signifies a 5 to 6 point move down. It dropped from the 1240 area down to the 1236 area. So that 1240, 1241, it dropped all the way down here to 1236. So that satisfied the 5 to 6 point move. Then we had a pierce of a blue envelope right here. That suggested a 5 to 6 point move up. At the time, the price was at about 1239, 1240, and you can see it went up to 1248 and change there. That was the 10K. We didn't take any trades off the 10K this morning. I think we did take one over here off the 2100, which was a Big Mike trade. He had a couple of winning trades this morning. There was one right here. There was another one right in here that we didn't actually take. Another one right here. I think I took this one. This is probably where I got the 1 tick, I think. There was some trade that I took where I moved my stop up to break even plus a tick, and it got me out at 1 tick. I apparently didn't mark it up. But anyway, the Big Mike trades, there was another one right here that just happened a few minutes ago. And that's it. For those of you who are wondering, Big Mike is one of the partners, and it was a trade that he came up with and shared with everyone in the partners meeting last week. Now over here on the YM, I took a few trades over here on the YM as well, and I had opportunity to be green on the YM, but I had only moved my stop up to break even. I didn't lock in any profit. Okay, now this was my first trade on the YM. We had a bullish cross with a pullback down to the BBC. I went long right there. I had 7 ticks risk. It stopped me out for 7 ticks. Then it went up here. Shortly after it went up there. We didn't get any profit out of that trade. I don't think we ever had any profit on that trade. Then we had a bearish cross. It pulled back up here to the BBC. At the BBC, we went short. We did have quite a bit of profit on that one. I think we had 10 or 12 ticks profit on that trade, which would have put us green on the day at that point, plus 5 ticks or so. But I just moved my stop up to break even. I didn't lock in the profit. I was looking for it to get here to the MA1, but it didn't get there until it pulled back up first, and then it dropped down in this big bar right here. And it actually dropped about 40 points. I was looking for 20. We had a bullish cross after that. Pull back here to the BBC. I went long here at the BBC, and I think this is where I got 1 tick profit on the YM, which made me change me from -7 ticks to -6 ticks on the YM. All right, you can see from right there, it moved up. I was expecting it to move up here to 82. Just to close this range right here, this window of opportunity between the BBC and the MA1, and it moved up, and the way this bar looks is a little deceiving. It moved up, and when it was in here somewhere, I moved my stop up to break even once we had some profit in the trade, and it came back down, took me out, and then went up. And you can see my entry on this one. I want to say it was at I don't know what it was at. I think it was 64, 65, something like that. Anyway, and it moved up, 50, 60 points from there. That was it. That's all we had for trades. I don't think we have any live trades on right now. And that was our morning session. Okay, I'm gonna stop this recording right here. Let me point out one more thing. Right over here, we did not have a trade because we needed a fresh bubble down here. We don't have a trade here on the 2100 tick. There was a trade right there, a short trade. I'll just draw it in right there for those of you who may be curious about it. And on the 10,000 contract, maybe right here, if you had an MIT order on, you might have triggered into this right here. All right, and that's it. For anyone that's out there that's on the trial right now, okay, yeah, Dwayne, I see that. For anyone that's out there that's on the trial right now, if you want to get into the partners meeting tomorrow night, you need to send me an email at tech, that's TECH at CFRN.net. Okay, tech at CFRN.net. That's it. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording right here, and we'll see you guys. No, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm just going to stop the recording.